everybody. We caught you.
Happy Sunday. Happy
Happy
Sunday.
Sunday. Welcome to Kids My Kids TV and Blissfully Single Being. We are here for a kitchen table talk. I'm ready to have a good time. Let's start it off with, how was your weekend?
My weekends was pretty chill. I'm transitioning from one job to another. So it's kind of like being introspective, like, all right, Sabine, are you going to do better at this job? Just trying to get my psyche together to go into another journey, because with transition comes insecurity. So it's really about like having that quiet meditation time. Say, all right, Beans, you're going into something else. You're going to be great. Giving myself these pep talks. You're going to be great. You are worthy. You are somebody's girl. So it's really about gearing up to go into the next phase of my life. How was your weekend, Cheeks?
It would be great. I had a good weekend. I relaxed. Yesterday, I caught up on my extra hour of sleep. I slept in and then just enjoyed my Saturday.
Nice.
Ran errands. I took my son to the airport this morning, so he's back
Aww.
at his college. Spring break is over. And then today I barbecued, which is why I look extra dewy, and I didn't have time for glam. I just put on these little earrings. That's all the glam I got today.
Cheeks, what did you put on the grill? What were you eating?
I put ribs on the grill, some barbecue chicken. My husband wanted some kind of special sausage I threw on the grill. And I put corn on the cob with that Louisiana butter.
Ooh, so, y'all ate well today.
I haven't eaten yet.
Oh, you didn't eat that?
I'm looking.
You put everything on the grill, but you didn't eat yet, Cheeks?
I didn't even eat yet. No.
Girl.
Barbecuing takes everything out of you. That's why my outfit isn't glam. I'm just like, I'm here, but let's have a good time.
Guess what? You're still pretty. Shout out to Kimbella. Shout out to Kimbella. I'm still pretty.
I put a little bit of water in these curls and I said, let's go.
I know that's right.
It's showtime.
Yes.
But you know how we announce every show. What are you drinking? Where is your drink? So, Beans, what do you have tonight?
Well, tonight I went brown. I had a very good friend of mine come over. We had conversation. We had, a good time. So with the friendship and the drinking, I went brown and I passed the Cavassier.
Oh, okay. And you're drinking it straight.
Yeah. I don't like ice in mine because I don't like to water it down. You know what I mean? I like it straight, no chaser.
See, if I do it straight, it has to be a shot. I can't sip on it straight.
Oh, no, I sips on it straight. Yes. What you drinking today, on?
I went back to my favorite college drink. I didn't want Stella Rosa today. This is a buttery nipple. Ooh. Where it's supposed to be butterscotch liqueur with some kind of Irish cream.
Right.
I found a butterscotch moonshine. So I'm using a butterscotch moonshine with the salted caramel Baileys. And it's amazing. I've already had 2. So I said I can have one more for the show.
Oh, nice. Do you like the creamy drinks? I'm not an Irish cream kind of girl.
No.
What's your favorite drink? What do you like?
Let's see. I'm normally a Stella Rosa girl or a tequila girl, like margaritas, some kind of vodka with a juice. But I'm usually a tequila girl.
Okay.
Is my go-to.
Okay.
I want to shout out everyone in the chat. Hey, everyone. I see who's Christopher.
There? Yeah, do a roll call. I want to see who's joining us.
Davion is there.
Thank you, Davion.
And I know my husband, he might not even still be here, but he said, hey, ladies.
Hey, Karan.
He might have just checked in and checked out because he don't care nothing about these hot topics we're going to talk about. But thank you for checking in and supporting, love. And my girlfriend Jan is there. Nice. So, hey, Jan. So, more people will come in and shout out, and I'll put
right.
But let's get the show started because I'm telling you,
we have so much to cover. It's been a crazy week.
We have fire. Oh, my husband said he's still here. So,
hey, Karan. Thank you.
We have a fire list of hot topics.
Oh, God. So much going on. Like,
we're going to start it off with giving our respects before we get into the mess. This past week, we want to say rest in peace to 2 people. Khalees's husband, Mike Mora, passed away. I read the article. He had stomach cancer. So we're sending our love to Khalees and her family, her family were sending prayers.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace to her husband. I can't imagine.
But he was so young. That's
Very
the
young.
tragedy. Like if it's a car accident or, something other, it's like, all right, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. But to pass away so young from an illness, like I'm sending my love to Khalees because I follow Khalees on Instagram, and you would
Oh,
never
you
think
do?
anything. I do. Like you would never think anything was wrong. Like she has her own brand of olive oil. You see her planting all these olives and making the oil. She does her like natural hair care and skincare. You would never think. I didn't know that her husband was suffering with this
I
affliction.
didn't either.
I'm sending her so much love. Oh, she's
Yes,
too
much
young.
love. And then another unfortunate story I saw this week. Young Thug's baby mother, but I'm going to say her name is Lakevia Jackson. She was shot and killed at a bowling alley over some trivial argument. I said it earlier this week that young people, they don't square up anymore. They just start to shooting, and it's very unfortunate.
Right. Right.
She's extremely young. Prayers to her
31 years
family.
old. 31. She's
21?
She was 31.
I didn't think she was 31. She looked good. I hate to say that in past tense, but prayers to her family and child as well. So we got the respects out of the way. Let's get into the mess. Where do you want to start?
Oh my God.
Girl,
you want to start with Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Well, I was saving that for the end.
Okay, all right, girl. All right, I'll let you lead, girl. Like
we're gonna start with the hot topics, but which one? Let's just start with the messy ass cabaret. Let's just start there. I think those are the first ones I uploaded. Let me get to it. Hold on 1 second. It's called Say What Now? Let's get into the hot topics. So the first thing I saw about this messy cabaret, which is Josline's cabaret on the Zeus network, before I even heard about the brawl, girl, did you see this? Because I don't watch it anymore. The white girl Riri, gosh, I don't want to be vulgar so early in the show.
Girl, I mean, child, it's Sunday evening. We get ready for work on Monday. Be vulgar, cheeks. Like
she set her pussy on fire with some matches.
Why? I mean, what's the purpose of that? Don't you need your pussy for other recreational activities?
You can't just shake ass anymore. You got to do something outrageous to get the crowd to watch, and everybody is out there twerking and shaking ass. So she set her pussy on fire, and they blurred it out on the internet. We can't show that.
Thank you.
And then she had one of the contestants come over and lick the fire out of her vagina to take it off. So that was the first thing I saw about this cabaret, and I was just like, hey, Misha. That's my best friend. Misha is in the chat.
Hey, Misha, girl.
That was the first eye-opener of this damn cabaret I saw. I said, no, Josline is not pulling these kind of stunts.
Well, let me say this. I've never liked Josline. I've never liked Josline's broken English. I've never liked the fact that Josline and Stevie J would sit around and play around in Mimi's face. Like, listen, Mimi's not perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. But to see the way on Love and Hip Hop, they came for Josline. They came for Mimi. It's one thing. It's one thing to be a baby mother who's scorned, who's been cheated on. That's one thing. But when the girl who's cheating with your baby's father, and you think you and your baby's father is in a relationship, she's taunting you. She's coming at you. Hey, man, I didn't recognize you. You didn't have your maid costume like you always do. Like, I've never liked Josline. I've always thought of Josline as being an animal. There's nothing I've seen on Love and Hip Hop that humanized Josline to me. Josline has always been an animal. So when she got this opportunity with Zeus, the cabaret, and I never watched it. I'm not spending my time watching anything to do with Josline. But when you saw the different clips about how Josline was talking to these women, how she talked down to these women, she denigrated these women, she made these women feel less than. Let me give you some tea. She made these women feel the way Stevie made her feel when she was swinging on them poles in them strip clubs. So I've never been a fan of Josline. So when I saw all this come out, Josline assaulting a girl, hey Tamiko girl, assaulting, another one of the cast members during the reunion. And then bitch ass, what's her husband or boyfriend?
Ballistic.
Bitch ass ballistic.
He
You's a
jumped
big
in
ass
it.
nigga. You's a big ass nigga. For you to jump in for this little girl, I'm pretty sure Josline could have handled her own situation. But for Ballistic to jump in, Ballistic, you just as much as pussy as Josline is.
Well, let's get into what happened, because everybody want to know what happened. So the girl setting her pussy on fire with matches was just the beginning. So what happened at the reunion? One day, maybe 3 or 4 days ago this week, they shot the reunion for Josline's Cabaret season 3. So what was said, Amber, who was one of the Cabaret, I guess, finalists, says Josline and Ballistic attacked her at the reunion. That was all that was said at first. Then we got Amber from a hospital bed saying Josline and Ballistic jumped me. She kicked me in my ribs. I'm in the hospital because I have sore ribs. She says I'm pressing charges and I'm suing.
And
okay.
You sue Josline and you sue the Zeus Network. You sue all of them.
Oh, she's suing everyone. So let's get into part 2. The next day, Josline, some petty people on Instagram, I ain't mad at them, they start reporting her Instagram page to get her page shut down. So she went to Twitter to say Mortal Kombat. She Mortal Kombat them hoes.
How is that making her situation look good? Because to me, you're kicking your grave.
It's Josline. She's
not intelligent.
She's not in the right mind.
Pencil in the pencil case.
Look at this tweet. You can see she doesn't know. She's not her right mind. She said, I Mortal Kombated one hoe, pimp slapped another one, pushed another one into last night episode. I KIKED.
What is that? Like, who spells like that?
I kicked down a few on the ground and slapped fire out of everyone on that stage. That's what Josline is tweeting. But that, girl, that's not it. She said, y'all hoes stay on my dick and go get some money. Mind y'all business. I can't read that.
Spelled dick, because I could swear that's 3 I's and a K. And
I can't read that. Was too much broken
spelled
English.
Like that.
Then she continued to tweet, your guts went into your ass after that kick. And she has a picture of the Mortal Kombat.
You see, I didn't see that tweet. That tweet I didn't see.
Yes.
Josline's a fucking animal. I'm sorry. She's an animal.
That's not it. She said, keep crying from your hospital bed with your broken ribs. One kick and you flew into next month, you rotten mouth asshole. And then she said, and you a dumb bitch when you sign up for reality shows. I got the comment in a way. But she pretty much said, if you signed a contract, you can't sue me.
Who told her that? Like, who told her you can't sue? When you, who?
This is when I knew it got real. When Zeus put up an official statement saying that we would like to thank our viewers for your continued support. While our programming remains authentic, loud, and provocative, raw, unscripted, and uncensored, under no circumstances do we condone bullying, unprovoked violence, and men attacking men. The rest of that is some legal mumbo jumbo. But once I saw Zeus put that up, I said everything Amber and everybody on the cast accused Josline of, they did.
Whatever they said,
so
she did that
after
shit.
Josline's, all those million tweets of Josline admitting that she did everything that everyone said she did, her lawyer must have called her. I'm assuming someone got a hold of her. And
her lawyer, bitch, what are you doing?
They said we're deeply saddened by the accusations made against us and our family at the Josline's Cabaret reunion. But just 24 hours before, you said you Mortal Kombat somebody.
You were Mortal Kombat bitches. So what she said, like,
let me read you the most outrageous part of this statement. She said Josline's Cabaret was created on the foundation of female empowerment.
When was this?
And then she said, I have a 5-year-old daughter. I would never do anything to jeopardize my family. Now, that's a whole bunch of PR. You can tell all the correct English in this statement. Josline nor Ballistic wrote.
Wait, Cheeks, Cheeks, everything was spelled correctly. So
Everything.
can't nobody tell me that Josline or Ballistic had anything to do with this
Nothing to do
statement.
with that statement. So this past week, the cabaret has just been
A shambles. Listen, Cheeks, I think they should cancel it. What's your opinion? Like, cancel it, like, throw the whole shit away. Like, this is Joseline's space where she can be
Jen
as
doesn't
shitty
care.
as these girls, shitty to these girls as Stevie J, as every other pimp that Jocelyn has had to be shitty to these girls. Like, cancel the whole shit. It's never been that entertaining to me. Zeus, I'm not giving y'all my $5 per month to see Jocelyn. Guess again.
I only gave Zeus my $3 a month for Joseline's Cabaret. And I believe I watched season 1 and I powered my way through season 2. Season 3, I could not rock with. It was too much.
It's too much.
So Zeus, you getting ready to get canceled. I don't know if they're going to cancel the show because she's their number one show. She's the reason people even subscribe to Zeus. I kind of feel like they're going to edit that reunion in her favor or just not show it at all. But they probably will give her another season because...
Which I think would be a bad idea because if you give Joseline's Cabaret another season, it's you co-signing on the...
You're co-signing and she's just going to do it again.
Right. You're co-signing on the violence against young women.
Mm-hmm.
You're co-signing on that pimp-like behavior that Josline is exhibiting. Listen, Zeus, cancel the shit. Y'all got some entertaining stuff coming on. What's the show with the where the money is at? Where the money? Y'all got the princes. Like they got good content coming up. Like I think it would be a mistake to keep Joseline's show going.
I do as well. I do like Drea's show on the Zeus Network. I did watch Drea's reality show.
I love Drea. I haven't seen that reality. All right, Zeus. Maybe,
but I don't know if I'm gonna pay $5 just to watch Drea. But let's move on. I can't find the picture article of the Mimi Ty Young, but we could talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
So apparently this past week there was some kind of video of Ty Young. It looked like she was in Miami, somewhere hot and tropical, with a woman with her arms around her waist. And if you don't know, Ty Young is Mimi's Faust from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Supposedly fiance, because I could have swore 3 weeks ago they was engaged and happy.
They were engaged. They were.
But now
got back together and they got engaged.
Well, Mimi was like, "Oh, I dodged a bullet. Good thing I can see this. It's over." And then Ty Young came out and said, "Well, how can you dodge a bullet when we was already broken up?" I don't know who to believe. This is another story where it looked like a Love and Hip Hop storyline, but they said Mimi is no longer on the show.
It gave me cheating. Simply because I've been following Mimi and Ty Young simply because I love me some Mimi. I love Mimi because as a single mom, I understand her plight, like trying to make things happen with Stevie J, an ain't shit nigga, but you know, you're trying to make it happen. It's not happening. But I thought she found love with Ty Young and they were trying to make everything. Yeah. The first time that they broke up, Ty wanted to get married to Mimi, but Mimi was like, "I'm not ready for marriage." And I'm like, "What are you not ready for? Like, this is your chance at happiness." They broke up then. And then they got back together most recently. They got back together, they got engaged. So when I saw Ty Young, you know, at the airport, and the other girl was like, it wasn't like vulgar. It was a subtle, it was subtle.
It was a placement where if you with somebody, your hand shouldn't be there.
The way that she put her hands on Ty Young, it's like, I love you and you're a source of protection and you're a safe space for me. For Ty to be engaged to Mimi, I'm like, Mimi, Ty, stop playing with me. You know Ty was cheating on you. Stop playing with me. I'm like, my heart hurts for Mimi because whether it's men or women, like they stay doing Mimi wrong. And it's like, does Mimi need to make better choices with her life? Like, it made my heart hurt. Like, Mimi can't win for losing.
I don't care about Mimi that much, but I do wish her happiness. Like, I don't want to see anything bad happen to her, but I don't care about the men she chooses or women that she chooses. She's the beautiful woman.
Right. Well put together. Yeah.
She'll find another, and hopefully the next one will be the best one.
I know, that's right.
So, moving on. titled this "Surviving Diddy" because this is another one I really don't care about, but it's funny to me. So apparently this past week, I may not be a hip hop head. When did Mase become Murder Mase? I don't know. I thought he was a pastor.
Mase didn't made a Murder Mase.
I just always known him as Mase.
Nah, he been Murder Mase.
And I thought he was a
think
pastor.
that was his, before he really got on and he was doing that underground stuff, he was always Murder Mase. But when he got on with Diddy and he was more commercial, he was like Mase, you know, the hip hop rapper with the shiny suits on.
I only know the commercials. So he released a diss track to Diddy. The main thing he said was "Love don't steal, my nigga change your name." He's another one just rapping about Diddy stealing everybody money, the bad contracts. He had a line in there about that Diddy doesn't even pay Biggie's mother correctly. Like, you could at least do right by Biggie's family, is one of the lines he had in the rap. Do we care? Because a lot of people were saying on Twitter, we want a Surviving Diddy documentary where
I know,
all
I
artists
want one.
come out.
I'm a hip hop head. I want one. I want to hear everything.
But we've heard it all. Diddy stole y'all money. Y'all signed y'all life away to Bad Boy. Pete, y'all not the only ones in the industry that have done this. And maybe y'all, I ain't gonna say nothing shady, Angie. I just don't care. I mean, I feel like everybody gonna be singing the same song, and Diddy not about to give you anything. So maybe they should do the documentary and get a couple of coins off.
No, I think they should do the documentary simply because y'all not gonna sue Diddy and get, you know, anything out of Diddy, because at the end of the day, Diddy is close to a damn billionaire, so he has lawyers to fight everything. However, expose the monster, put the monster out there, because the way that Diddy has been predatory to his artists, like the Locks had to sue Diddy to get out of the contract, to get their freedom. Faith Evans got to a point she was like, I can't do this anymore. Just let me go.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy has always been predatory, and it's a shame because Diddy's black. All his artists are black. Like, you shouldn't be in a space where you're trying to rip off or build your wealth off of the backs of these artists. Like, let's work together. Let's not be.
But that's really the music industry.
All right, has Master P been that way? Let's break it down.
He is but he's the only one. Who else outside of Master P isn't that way?
All right, I think Jay-Z has produced some people. Has he been like? I think Diddy, to me, what makes Diddy just disgusting to me is the fact that you would do that to black artists, and black artists have the reputation of being victims of predatory producing, of these 360 contracts where it's like, you don't make any money. You don't make any money. What, Charles?
Charles said Master P artists are broke.
All right, Charles. All right. I'm done. All right. Okay. All right, Charles. I got it, Charles. All right. Let me shut up.
I would like to hear the stories, just to hear the stories. But
yeah, I want to.
What is the outcome? Because there's nothing that you can say about Diddy now that is going to change the outcome. He's still a billionaire. And y'all still broke. Black Rob didn't have a penny to bury him. Like, oh, all right, child. Next topic. Oh, but I mean, I wouldn't mind hearing the stories. But another thing, Diddy didn't discriminate. He took some white people's money too. Danny Kane.
He took everybody. Yeah,
he took everybody money. He didn't discriminate.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a new segment. Lord, I gotta find it. Hold on. Give me a second. What are we watching?
What are you watching?
It's some new TV shows coming out.
Yes.
And oh wait, I put the shade one up there. And we want to know if you all are watching. Just put it in the chat if you plan on watching it or not.
Drop a note, please. Drop a note.
Up first, College Hill has a reboot. The two recent people going back to school was Stacey Dash and Slim Thug. And I don't know who the hell Slim Thug is. Tell me a Slim Thug song.
I can't say.
I can't say it either. But Nene Leakes will be on there. Lamar Odom.
Wait, is Nene going back to college?
Nene is going back to school.
Lamar Odom is going back to college?
He's going back to school.
Hold on. He's going back to college, but he's not paying for college for his kids by his... Listen, Cheeks. I'm just trying to understand who asked for this. Because when I saw College Hill reboot, I got so excited. I'm like, oh my God. When I saw Nene Leakes' son is going to college, Lamar Odom's kids, they're going to college. We get to see it? Yes! But when I was reading the article, I'm like, I don't see anything about Lamar Odom's kids, Nene Leakes' kids. Stacey Dash, she have any kids going to college? I don't understand who asked for this geriatric College Hill reboot. Who asked for this? And yes, I can be ageist. I'm 43. Y'all stay calling 43-year-old girls old. So yes, nobody asked for needing to go to college or Lamar Odom. I'm more concerned about Lamar Odom paying for his kids to go to college, as a dad should do.
Well, he's probably going to college to get the check to pay for the back child support.
That's not good enough. The millions made from the NFL, instead of tricking it off on Khloe and the Kardashians and them, you should have been putting it aside for a college trust funds for your kids to go to college and for your wife not to be on Love and Basketball begging for them funds. Who asked for this? And are you watching? I'm not watching.
Put it in the chat. Are y'all watching? It's a no for me. Now, I'm going to be honest. Let's be a little bit honest. I'm going to watch the first episode or two to see what Nene and Big Frida up to, because those are the only two people I like.
But is Big Frida I like Big Frida, but
Big Frida is going to be on there.
Is she going to college or her child going to college?
Everybody, no, the celebrities are going to college.
That's a disconnect. I'm sorry. All right. If you're watching it, put 1 in the chat. If you're not watching it, put 2. I need to see something.
My husband said no, but he wasn't watching it no way.
He
said Slim had a banger on his first album. What's the song, Davion? I don't even know Slim.
Davion, please give us a title. Drop a lyric. Drop a bar.
Misha said, no, ma'am, I won't be watching, but that's my best friend. She planned on going back to school in the fall semester. Girl, they should have put you on there. Girl. Real people who want to go to school.
All right, Misha.
It's a lot of no's. And
Morehouse, NC, AT&T, Howard can have it. Yeah, Charles, yes. Charles, I'm here with you.
I would watch it if it was the young people.
I will do that.
I would like to see the young people have a show. Up next, we were talking about the Zeus Network.
Ooh!
They're bringing, instead of the Bad Girls Club, they're doing the Bad Boys Club Los Angeles.
Cheeks.
The only 2 people I know that will be on this show is the guy who was delivered, and he's no longer gay.
Where the money reside.
I don't know which one it is, but one of Kirk Franklin's sons on there. I'm assuming it's the messy son that put their family business
in the messy son.
It's the messy one.
Yeah.
I might tune in just to see what mess he might say, but I'm not interested in seeing grown-ass men fight. I didn't want to see it on Josline's. I don't want to see men fight over petty stuff.
Cheeks, I have to disagree with you. I think I might pay my $5 to see this because Andrew Caldwell is so messy. And then you have Kirk Franklin's son who had that issue with his dad. And I'm intrigued about that. And then where the money reside.
Now, I do like the where the money reside person.
Where the money reside. I'm going to have to pay my $5 because this looks like.
But if you look at the preview, all it is fights. It's just fight. But
that's what's intriguing about like reality TVs. And men don't usually fight like that. Men are a bit more mature. But listen, I think I'm here for this. I think I might give Zeus my $5 a month, you know. That's it, Zeus. But
you tell me about it. We'll talk about it on Kitchen Table Talk and see if it intrigues me.
We will.
To watch.
Wait, Slim Thong's song was like
a boss? Now that sounds like a Rick Ross song to me.
I'm not. Yeah, we child. I'm 43.
But let's move on. What's the next show? Let me pull it up. Lord, I'm sorry, y'all. My picture's not in order, so I gotta find it. This is a new Netflix show. It just began this past Friday, so you can binge watch all of season 1 now. It's called Young, Famous, and African. I did catch episode 1. It's good.
Yes,
Johannesburg is beautiful. I want to visit. These are people with money. The outfits are fabulous. Some of the wigs have question
Yeah,
marks.
the wigs are questionable, but the cars, the
The
lifestyle,
cars,
the
the
drink,
lifestyle, it's definitely Real Housewives vibes. But the men are involved. They have men on the cast too, so
right,
it's like a cross.
right.
It's a good
Mhm.
show. I think you all should check it out. It's a little bit of drama. They definitely have some talking points on there. There's a
Like
woman who is a gold digger and she lets her 15-year-old daughter
in
live in
her
an
own
apartment by herself.
cheeks. What do you think about that? Because when I saw that scene, I'm like, bitch,
I'm
what?
thinking, does Johannesburg got a CPS office? They need to be called immediately.
Hello, hello, CPS, Child Protection
You
Services,
do not put a 15-year-old female in an apartment by herself.
and then tell her her virginity. She can lose it
She
anyway.
can do it whatever she wants
She
as
can
long as it's not
stay.
stolen. Like, I guess that she was trying to say just don't be raped, but you can give it away to whoever you want.
No, sis. No, sis. At the end of the day, having sex for the first time is something that is an adult thing to do. Listen, if you're below 21, below 18, 19, okay, below 18, 19, that's not something that you will permit your children to do. And Angie was the one with the nice ball headed cut. Angie was like,
Annie,
Annie was like, no, 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 I cannot do this. Like, I am a mother.
she's my favorite.
I love her.
After
I,
I only watched the first episode, but she's my
Woo!
favorite. I think Charles might have binge watched it. He said it was ghetto. It shows everything wrong with heterosexual relationships. These men ain't shit.
Well,
Okay, Charles.
but
I ain't
Charles,
watched
tell
that
us
far.
why is it ghetto? Because it shows the fabulous side of South Africa. I don't think it was ghetto. I think you found some viewpoints that were distasteful, but I would not say ghetto because it was fabulous. These people are living in luxury homes. Like, Charles, hit us up and tell us why was it ghetto. I don't think it was ghetto. I just think it was different viewpoints that, as a conservative mom, guess
Jen is gonna check it out.
check it out.
Alicia wants to remind us that Will and Jada let their son move out at 16, and CPS should have been called on them too.
Yeah, we're not giving Will and Jada a pass. Listen, I love me some Will and Jada, but their whole situation is weird. There's nothing
That was very weird to me then too. So
weird.
I mean, I would never put my teenager out there by himself.
Listen, my kids will move out when they're ready to move out. I'm not pushing them out. Child, I don't have money to give my 15-year-old his own apartment, but when he's ready to move, he will move. But it's not before adulthood, which is 21.
The Last Show is another African show that I wish I could watch. They have the Real Housewives of, is it Lagos? The way you pronounce it?
Wait, why can't you watch? We can't watch? What's going on?
It comes on Showmax, which is not available in the United States.
Oh,
I'm sure there's some kind of back office link somebody has out there that we could watch it.
I thought we were able to watch it like on Bravo. We can't watch it on Bravo? Girl.
They might bring it over to Peacock eventually. Maybe the Bravo app eventually.
Then why broadcast it to us?
Why put it out there? Because when I saw this picture, I said every woman on here is dressed. Ooh. Every woman on here lace is laid.
Fabulous, honey.
I want to see this.
Don't do me. Don't do me.
If you are one of those back office people that have the links to the international shows,
can you send it to us? Look in the description box. Send it to us.
Look in the description box. All of our social media is there.
I thought we could watch it. I put it in my calendar and everything, cheeks.
April 6th. I just wanted to shout them out. This is how you do a Real Housewives picture.
Fabulous.
It's amazing.
Fabulous.
Okay. Let's get into, hold on, some real talk. It's time to have a real conversation. And I think this is a good one for the chat. This is a question that Kempire, he's a huge YouTuber, put out there. Well, I guess he saw the question and he put it out there. He said, is Lauryn Hill a legend, or did she just make a legendary album? What do you think, Beans?
It could all be so simple. Erase the pain. The miseducation of Lauryn Hill, like when that came out, I was in college and I was like, I had that on rewind. Like, that album was an album that was amazing simply because when we get to a certain point in our lives when we're dealing with relationships and the hard truths that we have to face about who we love, who we want to love, and who's good for us, it's a mirror. Like, sis, I know you want that, but that is not a reflection of you, and it's not going to bring out the best part of you. It was a legendary album, but as far as her being a legendary artist, she is not. And the reason why I'm saying she is not a legendary artist, because she has not had enough. She doesn't have a catalog long enough to put her down in legendary status. Mary J. Blige, albums, albums, albums. Beyonce, albums, albums, album. Who else? Janet Jackson. We got albums, albums, albums. Lauryn Hill made the greatest album of her life, which makes the miseducation of Lauryn Hill great. But as an artist, she's not legendary. The album is. Cheeks, what do you think?
My 2 cents on it is yes, Lauryn Hill made a legendary album that could have shot her into a legendary status, but she doesn't carry herself as a legend.
Explain. Explain.
To me, Lauryn Hill can still pack out concerts, but she gonna show up 3 to 4 hours late. No, a legend not gonna do that. Lauryn Hill, people, to me, she kind of slightly is a legend because people will still show up and pay good money to sit in an arena for 5 hours, be late to work and everything, just to hear Lauryn Hill sing shit that ain't even from the legendary album. Now, I'm not wasting my good coin if she's not singing that album.
Okay,
but
I'm here for the miseducation. That's it.
That's all I want to hear. That album is one of the best albums that I love.
But, I agree, Charles. She is she's a legend. I feel, Charles, her album is a legend. I don't think she's legendary.
I think Lauren could be a legend if she carried herself that way because she has the support.
Right. If she had more professionalism, she could have been legendary. I think her album is legendary. I don't think she's legendary.
Okay, so it's a legendary album. And we said that's on period. She said period. Okay, that was a great debate. Let's get into the mess. We had a little bit of real talk. What is our next segment? Hold on. It's time to talk about reality TV. Mm-hmm. So, up first, we're going to get into the mess of... No, not them.
Mm-hmm. Not them.
Ready to Love. Ready to Love.
Oh my gosh. Cheeks.
Now, I got some tweets, and we're going to tweet and talk. Let me pull them up.
Cheeks. Girl, you better pull them up.
Where do we want to go? I want to be shady first. Let's be shady first. The color contacts and side parts this season have the girls in a chokehold.
I need a cigarette.
I've never seen so many blue eyes on Black people. Now I'm
light brown eyes,
like all the way to the side too.
Brown eyes, like.
But they parts be way over here, flipped all the way over here. I've never seen.
The looks. Girl, don't fix it. Your looks still look better than their looks. Like, don't fix it. It's fluffy. It's beautiful. Girl, where does this come from?
I don't know who told them that color contacts was back, but take them out y'all eyeballs, girls. Take them out.
Precious. Carmen? Is that her name? Carmen with the good long hair?
Tina. So many of them.
We don't want it.
Now, y'all, if y'all watch Ready to... Which way? The camera got me backwards.
Nah, just make it fluffy. Make it fluffy.
Okay.
Fluffy.
That's all right. Now, y'all know we were on a 2-week cliffhanger for Ready to Love. It ended with Dakia saying she's no longer interested in dating Eric. So we got to talk about this. Apparently, I'm going to put up the tweet. This alleged, because you can see they didn't put the name up there, so we don't know if this came from Dakia. But it sounds like Dakia was responding to Eric about the situation. She said, first of all, we never kissed a few times. We had a peck at the batting cage, and that's it. She said, nothing intimate. She said, you absolutely grabbed my breast with both of your hands, And other people on the cast saw it as well. I'm paraphrasing. I can't read all of this.
No, girl, paraphrase, girl. Cheeks, go ahead.
She said, all you did was laugh and walk away. And I told you that I'm a lady and you should not touch me like that. And I hung out with Tori for the remainder of the night. And the rest is a blah, blah, blah. So it sounds like what happens, and it kind of fits what Eric and the kids said on the show. They didn't go into that detail, that they were taking a picture. The kid was being funny. It was like, oh, this is a prom pose. And it sounded like Eric said, okay, you want something more adult. And he moved his hands up and grabbed her breast. And she was offended and she no longer wants to date him. This is what I have to say about the situation at hand. I don't care, because some people on Twitter was like, oh, but you let Clifton touch you. You let so-and-so touch you. This is what I have to say. I don't care if I let every man on the cast grab my breast or my ass. If I tell you not to do it, don't do it. If I have not given you consent to touch me, don't do it. I don't care who else I consented to. I have to give the consent to you. So I'm 100% on Dakia's side. I don't think she took it too far. As you saw, Eric quit the show. He probably does not want to be dragged by trying to make light of this. And do better. Like, women are not here to be touched because they flirt with you. Get consent. That's a lesson for everyone. Get consent. And just because I let you kiss me don't mean it's consented.
And I was having a conversation with my bestie. Hey, bestie, if you're on this live, I love you, but I'm gonna drag you for a minute. My bestie is a male, and I tweeted him about what went on, because last week when Daki was like, there was a situation that went on with Eric, and I was like, it didn't look that serious because she's a woman who's composed, who's not emotional. It's like, this motherfucker, she didn't do all of this. But when you watch this episode and you see, okay, this is what he did. He put his hands on her waist. She wasn't comfortable with that. And she kind of joked like, oh, are we doing prom or whatever? And he would not back up. So when I text my friend, I said, did you see what Dakia said about Eric? And my friend texted me back. My friend was like, friend, if you're on this live, I love you so much, but I'm just making a point. I love you. Please don't stop being friends with me. But he texted me back and he said, I don't understand what the problem was. It's not like he grabbed Dakia's ass. And I snapped at him. I'm like, what don't you understand? It's not about grabbing ass or grabbing titties or bending you over and sexually assaulting you. The fact is, Eric put his hands someplace that Dakia was not comfortable with. So when Dakia said, I don't feel comfortable with this, back up, Eric should have backed the fuck up. I don't care if Eric grazed her hand, whispered in her ears, nibbled on her ear. If I say I'm not comfortable with that shit, back the fuck up. At the end of the day, I feel like a lot of men feel like they're in a space where they're entitled. They're entitled to touch women however they want to touch women. They're entitled to have conversation with women when we don't want to have conversations with. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the gym. Someone's trying to have a conversation with me. I'm out with my girls. Someone's trying to have a conversation with me. Well, oh yeah, can I talk to you for a minute? Dog, I'm with my friends. The last thing I want to do is talk to you. Most men have a sense of entitlement. And that situation with Dakia and Eric was that. I didn't ask you to put your hands on my face. Who asked for that?
But did you hear how he explained it? He was like, I hurt her feelings. No.
You didn't hurt her feelings. You violated.
You violated her.
She didn't want this, and you kept doing that. Men live in a world where they don't understand where we're coming from. Because as a woman, I grew up in church, and there's certain ways when church ends and you greet a male churchgoer. He puts his hands on his waist and it's uncomfortable. You can't say it's uncomfortable, but it's like, dog, don't fucking touch me like that. You go to a family reunion, that creepy uncle puts his hands somewhere that you don't feel comfortable. Dog, don't fucking put your hands on me like that. But you don't feel comfortable doing it. So when my friend reached out and like he didn't see what the big issue was, because Eric put his hands on the waist. I don't give a fuck where Eric put his hands. If Dakia wasn't comfortable with it, Eric backed the fuck up. That's it.
That's it.
You're not entitled to my body. You're not entitled to touch me. And you're not entitled to have fucking conversation with me. If I don't want it, back the fuck up. Team Dakia. That's it.
I'm very much Team Dakia. Let's move on to the next. Clifton. The tweet says, I need to be meeting Clifton 2 ex-wives. Both of them.
Wait, Clifton had 2 ex-wives?
Yes, he's been married twice and he has 2 children. The issue with Clifton that I had with Clifton this episode is he showed his jealousy.
Jealousy is a big issue.
He hated meeting the exes. He want to know, are y'all friends? Do y'all still talk for Christmas? Like, what's going on?
And he checked both of the exes. But let me tell you, Joy's ex checks his ass. Like, the way you coming at me is nah. Clifton has some issues. All right, I'm gonna let you go, Cheeks.
To me, Joy is still, I can't say what I want to say.
Girl, we are on a channel. Say it, girl.
Joy is still smitten with Clifton. The looks, the big, tall man, the voice. Like, she can't see past the red flags, and you can see it this episode. To me, Clifton would not be my choice. Ooh. The jealousy he portrayed, that slight jealousy.
No, ma'am.
I need to meet the 2 ex-wives. I need to know what's going on in that past relationship. It's giving me abusive.
Yeah.
It's giving me abusive, that type of jealousy. It's giving very controlling. Very controlling. And that's a huge red flag for me. Joy, let that voice go. Let that body go. Let that smile go. Girl.
I think Joy
test it out if you need to. Give him a test ride, but let that man go. Because I think
Joyce is being like Joyce is smitten, so she's ignoring the flags. And there are flags.
There's a lot of red flags. Did
it both of his days. I'm like, Clifton, what are you like, Clifton? Like down.
And he didn't have any like hold back. Like, that's who he is. Like,
what's up with hurt you for you to be coming at these exes like that? But Joy's ex did chin check him. I will say that. Joy, girl, run. Clifton
said he don't need a backup plan.
Evian.
But this is another question I had, and this is I guess this is more for next week. Like, why the ladies got to bring their exes on the show, but the guys get to bring their best friends?
I agree, Miss Gina Walters. I agree.
Like, why? Because your best friend is always going to say, put you in the best light. But exes, you don't know how shady they may be.
Listen, Cheeks, the last thing I want, if I'm dating for someone, for them to meet my ex. That's the last person I want you to have a conversation with, because my ex is an ex for a reason, and I don't want them talking to you.
Right.
Period.
Right. And I don't understand why this is even a concept for the show. It's nothing
I don't like that
can say about me, because they knew the past me. You getting to know Angie of today. So whatever they got to say is some shit from years ago.
Listen.
Get to know me of today.
Beans 2022 is not Beans from 2000. Like, I'm a different person, and I look at life so differently. So what's the point of meeting my ex? No.
I agree. When the cameras go off.
I know, Jen.
If he's acting like that on camera, imagine. It gets me abusive.
Jen, Clifton is scary as hell.
I'm gonna say allegedly, because I don't know the man for real. But what I've seen on TV,
allegedly, child. Allegedly
on TV,
scary as hell. Like,
now over here go to ladies. If you ever come across Laverne, take note on how a man handles rejection.
Oh my God,
you will never be emotionally safe with him. Listen, Laverne is a complete.
Laverne trying to come at Sabrina. Listen, this is not what you would do. Like, Laverne.
Beans. That scene to me was heavily edited.
Why
I don't think we saw but a fraction of the fool that Laverne acted, and probably the fool that Sabrina acted, because this right here, so Precious desperate ass told Laverne the tea. Oh wait, I 100% believe that Precious or somebody told Laverne that Sabrina, Carmen, and
Yep.
Tina have an alliance to
Right.
vote him off. I believe it. I don't.
Oh yeah,
Sabrina
they
can try
definitely
to save face all she want
yeah.
to.
Mhm.
That was their mission.
They got
Now,
something.
Laverne needed to go. I ain't mad at the alliance. He needed to go.
Right.
But
Right.
really, every man on this cast can go. I wouldn't want none of them.
Right, right. I don't think the way Laverne handled it was dignified, but Laverne has never been on the show in a dignified capacity.
No,
He's always been superficial. Like all the ladies called out, like, you're being very fake. I just think that Laverne, have some dignity about yourself. And if they say you're not ready to love, just go on about your business. For Laverne to be like, oh well, Precious told me that that doesn't have to do with anything for what the price of tea of China is. Laverne, just leave and leave gracefully. Laverne is not graceful. He has maturing to do.
I would have rather him not even show up. Let Sabrina sit there, look at the camera, and look dumb.
All right, Davion. Laverne had all the smoke, but for what reason? Like,
Right. I mean, who cares? I don't really care that there was an alliance. I already believe the show has turned into a Survivor-esque type of show
it
anyway,
is. It
where
is.
we get alliances
It has
just
nothing to do with really loving. It's Survivor ass. Like, let's make it to the end. For 2 seconds of fame. 2 seconds or 15 seconds? All right, child.
2 seconds.
I
Because I showed you the tweet earlier.
don't
Remember, I texted you that, who was I? Forgot their names. Phil and Sydney. Phil and Sydney broke up. And remember, I was like,
not
I didn't even know their
surprised.
asses was together. Why
Yeah,
are they announcing this?
surprised. I'm not surprised. Just make it to the end. It's Survivor.
Devion likes Donovan, but Donovan is Phil's best friend. He bringing Phil on the show next week. So that was a red flag for me.
It was certainly for me, Miss Cheeks. I will say that.
Okay, that's it for Ready to Love. Let's move into our next show. Because this one, I have a lot to say.
Go ahead.
I don't even know where to start.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This season, Angie, Miss Cheeks, like this season is, oh my God, Ready to Love. I'm ready. I'm ready to love. This is too, like, the first episode was like too much for me.
Let's start right here. This was my tweet of the night. In the first 30 seconds of the episode, Marceau is talking about going to Africa alone.
Hold on.
He needs a female personal assistant slash chief of staff. He can't even get the woman title right. He just needs somebody to fuck on in the office.
A female. Female.
It has to be a female. It has to be a female.
She has to have a vagina.
And Tisha is playing the fool for it. I'm gonna show your tweet in a second. And I'm like, this is gonna be a long season. This is gonna be a long season if in the first 30 seconds I have to deal with this. Now, Lord, this is what Beans had to say on Twitter.
You better tell her.
She said, if burying your head in the sand like a good old ostrich was a person,
she's an ostrich.
That's who it is.
She's an ostrich. And let me say this, Cheeks. The reason why we like watching these reality shows is because we like to see growth. We like to see an evolution. Watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy was already successful, but she came in. And then season 13, she's this mega businesswoman with many businesses. Her 5th or 6th spin-off. Real Housewives of Potomac. Listen, first season, Karen had tax issues with Ray. And look at it now. Like, she's building her own brand with the wigs, with the candles. You know what I mean? But watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, we see Mel. Mel came in like she was a real estate person. But now, she's recording. She's doing so many other things. But when we look at Letitia is a specific kind of person because she has this backwards metamorphosis where we see her season after season and she's getting stupider. She's getting dumber. She's becoming more oblivious. Like an ostrich, she's putting her head deeper into the sand. So when she was having a conversation with Marceau, and Marceau said, I want to thank you for letting me go to Africa by myself. Cheeks, I'm like, how can a woman actually get stupider? How
Let
can
me tell you
she get more
something.
dumb?
Let me say this.
What?
Because the concept of a husband going to Africa by himself is not foreign to me. In my youth, growing up, my parents would take separate vacations all the time.
Right.
Not because of no cheating allegations or anything anywhere near that. Anyone who knows my parents know that to be a fact.
Right.
But like my mom is the queen of the Zetas. So whenever she would vacation, she's with her soror. She's going to the boulets,
Right.
the conferences and stuff like that. My dad loves to travel internationally. So he would go to Africa by himself when I was younger, maybe once a year, just because he wanted to see that part of the world. And my mom wouldn't want to go. And that's fine. It's the fact, what makes this look very strange is that last season, Tisha was crying, humming, and moaning that, oh, Marceau, you so busy. You can never come on the family trips with us. Me and the kids want to vacation with you, and you can't vacation with me. But then in the first 30 seconds of the episode, he have the nerve to thank her for letting him go to Africa by himself when we know Tisha would have done anything to be in that luggage bag. Anything. So it's a difference between vacationing alone because that's just what the couples do.
Right. And what you're doing, what
is the side piece going to Africa with you.
But
you can't tell me she wasn't there. Who was taking the pictures? All the pictures he had. Who was taking them?
Cheeks, may I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Africa is magical. Africa is beautiful. It must have taken Marceau a good 20 hours to fly from Huntsville, maybe more, Huntsville to Africa. So when you think when he got to Africa, a country full of history, full of grace, full of magic, and full of beauty, Cheeks, you really thought he went to bed by himself enjoying that country?
Well,
you think
Marceau, no. Marceau, no.
But to bed by himself? No. He was enjoying that country with everyone else but Letitia. And for the fact for Letitia to not understand.
The fact that she accepted this when because this season was shot very quickly after the reunion.
Oh, yeah, it was too much going on.
Right. So just after reunion, you were crying about family vacations for you to let your husband. Yes.
You let that man go to Africa by himself. You really thought he was enjoying the beautiful sunsets.
Well, let's be clear.
Alone
he
in
didn't
bed?
let Marceau do anything. Marceau runs that house. He was going to do what he wanted to do, period. Yeah. So she didn't let him go. She's just on the TV screen spinning this story like, oh, yeah, I know you needed that break, babe. I'm happy you had a good time in Africa,
What break did Marceau need? What break did Marceau need?
Probably the break he take every other week from Tisha and them kids. I don't think Marceau want Tisha nor them damn kids.
I agree. When Marceau was talking about, thank you for letting me go to Africa, this was my mouth.
I had to pause my TV and tweet. I was like, not in the first 30 seconds.
I said, I can't do this. I can't do this in season 11.
Now, I got to check Charles real quick. Charles,
Angie's not drinking milk.
This Charles. Is not milk. and you was late to the live, Charles, so you missed what you're drinking. Milk. This is a buttery nipple.
Okay, all right.
This is butterscotch moonshine mixed with salted caramel Baileys. So I'm not drinking milk.
Charles, but thank you for commenting.
Next time you got to be on time for what you drinking so you can see what we drinking. Let's move on. Where do we want to go next? My labels didn't come up correctly, so let's just go to everybody singing now, huh? What you think about Destiny in that booth? Want to create a single?
Destiny does not need to be in a recording booth, and I think Destiny, like, I don't know, what was she singing? Oh, my life, my choice. She wasn't that. Listen, Destiny, You're not Mel. You're not Mel. And the way that Mel was able to parlay her singing into something bigger. And as much as I love Mel, Mel is not the strongest vocalist. But at the end of the day, Mel has enough backing behind her where, listen, what was it?
She'll give you a cute little
Of the
song.
Year award that belongs to you. Like, I'm fucking with Mel. I'm not fucking with you, Destiny. Like, Destiny, stop. We don't care. I promise you, we don't care.
I'm laughing because Charles is shading me in the chat.
Charles,
telling me Christmas is over.
Charles, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
We appreciate the
Let me
comment.
tell Destiny this. Charles made me laugh. He making me forget my point. Destiny girlfriend, you sitting up on our TV screen crying about applying for food stamps and everything else. I know you ain't got a little bit of check and ain't put it in the savings account and you turned around and put it in that recording booth.
Not a recording studio.
Not wasting your money.
I didn't hear voice. I didn't hear bars. I didn't hear anything. Destiny, but I didn't.
Destiny all last season couldn't say nothing about her divorce, her ex-husband. She was zip-lipped. But now you want to go in the recording booth and sing about it? Save them notes, them flat notes, girl.
Angie, not them flat notes. All right, Davion, we know. We know. Sounds like garbage. Yeah, we know.
Yes. Okay. Let's get into what I really want to talk about.
All right.
At this point, I'm convinced Martell, Marceau, and Maurice are all cheating.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're all cheating. We saw Kimmy confront Maurice. We saw Maurice put his lawyer hat on. He pivoted them questions so good. I was actually a little bit proud of him.
Are you really asking me that? Nigga, yeah. Yes or no? It's not really asking me that question. Did you sleep with the linebacker or not?
Yes or no? Yes, that's the problem with those Scott brothers. They can't say yes or no.
And the fact that he couldn't say yes or no, he fucked the linebacker.
Hell yeah. Because it's very easy to be like, no. He could be like, they was cheating, but you know, I was cool.
Right. No.
Then he had the nerve to say, do it look like I would be with a linebacker? And I'm like, hell yeah. I'm shading, probably shading myself. No. But I'm like, hell yeah, look at your ex-wife.
Ooh, I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that shit. Cheeks, hold on. Frank.
Right. You talking about do it look like I would be with a linebacker. You used to look like a damn left tackle.
I mean, you were married to a linebacker, so I'm not like. But what I didn't like about this, it's not what I didn't like. It's like Kimmy is an excellent communicator, and Kimmy has always been straight up. But when her and Mel went to the charcuterie place and they were and putting everything, Kimmy said, "Oh, granted, it was before we were married, and I get it. He may have cheated before you were married, but y'all got married a couple of years after that. If he cheated on you,
and you said, but we bought a house that same year, so any man you willing to die, sign some legal documents with."
Cheeks, you don't think he would cheat on her after they get married?
I think they all cheating right now. All of them. All of them. Go ahead and throw Lewis ass in there too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Everything about this show gives me, it don't even need to be called Love and Marriage Huntsville. It should just be called Cheaters of Huntsville.
Cheaters.
All of them.
Cheaters Huntsville. Kimmy has always been someone who is so rational. When she was talking to Mel and she said, "Oh, well, he may have cheated on me back then, but we're married now. That doesn't mean anything. If he could cheat on you when you're dating, he may cheat on you after you're married." And that's point blank in the
I mean, look at Mel. Look at Giselle Bryant.
Oh.
I mean, we can name examples.
We can give you names. We can
look at Erica Mena.
Erica Mena, though, that Safari's going to change for her. And it's like, yeah, no, sis. Yeah. We don't think that's the case.
The pivot that Kimmy, and let's get into this, our second real talk question. We all believe there's too many M's on this show. Maurice cheated.
All the M's.
We all believe Maurice cheated.
Oh,
if we were Kimmy right now, today, 2022, are we leaving?
I wouldn't leave. I wouldn't leave. I would give myself a chance to fight for my marriage. I wouldn't leave. Would you leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd give my
I
chance.
said it last week somewhere on my channel that if I found out my husband was cheating before we got married, and mind you, we going on 8 years.
Yeah, like
I'm not leaving, but my eyes are wide open. And the first thought, it might be some leaving there if I see that it's going on currently.
right.
But I'm not leaving for something that happened 8 years ago, and I ain't know nothing about. My feelings wasn't hurt then. Why my feelings need to be hurt now?
And that's where I messed with Kimmy. Like, all right, it was back then. I'm not gonna leave, but you got to keep your eyes open to see. All right, who's around? Keeping that eye on the phone, like when
because I feel like Kimmy knows what went down in the ATL. I feel like the real conversation happened off camera. This is them playing in our face on camera. Kimmy got that ass off of camera.
Like, don't play with us.
Because Kimmy, whenever the topic comes up, she constantly says, "But we weren't married back then." Girl, we didn't ask you if you were married back then. I want to know why he lied.
We asked you when we cheated.
I want to know why he lied, because you would have had zero smoke, Maurice, if you would have just said, "Yeah, I met her. Yeah, I've met Ariana in the past." The fact that you lied means you are covering up what you really was doing in ATL.
And that's the thing with Maurice. If Maurice told the truth, Marceau would have no
picture to post.
No. And the thing is, I don't like Marceau, but I don't think I disagree with him posting that picture. Like, you're not gonna make me seem like the liar.
Well,
I'm gonna show you where you're the liar. Like,
at the end of the day,
Marceau
is about the money, and he know we need a storyline. Because let me tell you, every time Martell come on my screen, he get the fast forward.
Oh no.
So that storyline is dead.
I don't want it.
Marceau said, "I got a storyline for next season. Hit a picture. Put the picture up." Marceau was not joking. He was very intentional with posting that picture. And Maurice said it all. He said, "There's a lot of things I know about you that I have not said about this situation."
And do you notice, Cheeks, you notice when he said that, the way Marceau's eyes hit the ground? Like, Marceau didn't want any smoke. Like, Marceau did not confront him. When Maurice said that, I said, Maurice knows where the bodies are buried. Don't fuck with him.
Marceau looked at Maurice the same way he looked at Martell when Martell said, "We know about the 20 women." Ooh. He gave his brother that same look, like, "Look, okay, we ain't gonna take this no further."
Marceau, you don't want any smoke. No smoke. Just
I like how Maurice said, "Would you like me to post a baby crib? Would that have been funny?" Now, I don't think Marceau has a baby out there, but I think there's some women out there that he does not want to be known.
I think Marceau has a baby out there, because that's.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's a serious allegation. I think that's not something that someone would throw out there lightly. I just think that Marceau is the type of guy, he knows how to handle his business. Like, if there's a baby's mother out there, you can whisper, but here's this document to sign. If you say something, I will sue you for the toaster oven and the car that you have. I think there's a baby mother out there, but the baby mother knows how to play her position.
Maybe. I don't know, because
Marceau seems sloppy, and Letitia is not the smartest or the brightest, so he's able to.
But somebody did put it out there on Twitter that had me thinking. They said he sure had that vasectomy out of nowhere.
From where?
You remember when he went out and got a vasectomy on the show and didn't tell Tisha?
Right.
So they were like, either no more slip-ups or he don't want to slip up. I don't know. But I've always thought Marceau was a cheater. Maurice just proved himself at the reunion. So all of them.
Right.
All of them.
I agree with you.
This was a lot of fun. We had so many fire topics, and we still did it around an hour and 9 minutes.
Like, you know how to, like, go on a topic, like, all right, moving on. Like, you know how to
right, because this is not a full-on review. We just talking. We pretty much just talking shit with our drinks.
Right.
Pretty much what we doing. But
yeah.
Hold on, we got one last segment, then we're gonna close it out for y'all.
Okay.
Word It's time for the word of the week. This is a quote I saw on Instagram this week that spoke to me. I will never apologize to anyone for being me. If anything, you should apologize for asking me to be anything else but me. So I love that. That's to say, always be yourself. Oh, my good friend Portia put that up. Well, she's not my good friend, but we went to high school together. Portia. I don't want to say, because I don't want people thinking I kick it with her like that. But no love lost. We just went to high school together. But she put that up there, and be yourself and get a middle finger to anybody that don't want you to be
right.
If they don't like it,
they're not good enough.
Let them keep it moving. Right. But we want to thank you all for joining us. This is our episode number 2. This is so fun. If you all don't know, we do this every Sunday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Look in the description box. All of our social media is out there for you to follow. Beans, tell them about your blog. The link to the blog is in the description box as well.
Listen, go to the description box and read my latest blog post. It's called Single Parenthood and Dating: The Impossible Balance. It's about that time my 11-year-old woke me up and asked me if I was having sex. Like
we might have to talk about that next week. Everybody do your homework. Read the blog, and we gonna have to have some real talk about that next week.
As single parents, it's very hard to date and navigate all of that. So please read it, comment, and let me know. We should talk about later, but please read my blog, and I appreciate you all for being here tonight.
Yes, we appreciate you for being here. We appreciate your support, the likes, the shares, the comments, all the love. We're both trying to grow our channel. Yes. And we're also doing this because this is just so much fun. So we appreciate you all doing this with us. Yes. I'm going to end this here because I know I can get to be talking for too long.
Me too.
So again, every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, we will be back. Again, the socials are all in the description box. Right. And this is an interactive show. If you have a topic you want us to discuss next Sunday, hit us up in the DMs on one of our socials and send us the link, and we will talk about it. We'll put it on the list, and we will have a good time. So until next Sunday, we will see you later.
Later.
Bye.
Peace out, guys.